Did humans really benefit from viruses? It seems like a strange question in this highly emotionally charged atmosphere of the coronavirus and how people being infected. But I'm going to present a different view, and that maybe viruses did have a benefit for humans. Hi, I'm William McDonald. I'm a graduate with a microbiology degree from San Diego State, and I've been working in the lab field for over 40 years. So what's this thing about viruses being good? I mean, it's just, I suppose if we were in the Middle Ages several years ago, I mean, and we knew about bacteria and we had Facebook, our big hysteria would be over bacteria, thinking that all bacteria are bad. I mean, humans do react to various disasters such as wars, floods, fires, and that becomes our main focus in our mind. But with this, I'm going to say viruses did have some benefit in human history. We take a look at bacteria. Bacteria, some are beneficial. Of course, we know some are harmful, and some are of no consequence. Same thing with insects. We have good insects. I mean, human life as it was right now would be possibly not exist without insects, such as bees for pollination and various beetles for breaking up the soil. But yet, there are some harmful insects as well. But in this case of viruses, how are they beneficial? I'll first start out with possibly how did viruses come into being? There are several theories. I believe that the viruses were formed or came to being within the cell. And as DNA and RNA replicates perfectly, not really. There's a lot of mistakes made in DNA and RNA. Some are so inconsequential that cell just simply buries it and it lies dormant. Other cases, it's so serious that the cell has to get rid of it. Some ways the cells get rid of it is, of course, with proteolytic enzymes, which destroy it. Other ways, it will encapsulate it in a protein, much like, a cyst, in the human being, and will eject it from the cell. Of course, other cells, seeing this as a source of protein, will ingest or phagocytize the protein. It comes in and may be incorporated into the DNA or RNA of the host cell. Now, this is kind of a simplified viewpoint of it. I'm sure there's more complex viewpoints where the virus has certain ways of circumventing defense mechanisms within the cell. But now going back to the fact I'm a creationist and a Bible-believing creationist, and going back to Noah. Of course, again, I'll say that evolutionists will have their own take on this. That during the time of Noah, he's bringing two of each kind on the ark. Now, I can't believe that Noah brought 2 poodles, 2 Cocker Spaniels, 2 Chihuahuas aboard. He brought only 2 dogs. And from these dogs, several different types of breeds were developed. Of course, breeding was used much to Jacob's advantage against his uncle Laban when he produced a far superior stock. And people have been using breeding and selective breeding for many generations, and it was finally put into practice as a science under Mendel. But nonetheless, viruses, I believe, were instrumental in bringing about these mutations. Now, this is meant to be a discussion, is not to be, meant to be scientific gospel or anything like that. I mean, it's just I invite other people to think about this and use this as a kind of like an aha moment or something. Well, this is something I haven't thought about, and maybe they may have ideas of their own. Again, I thank you for listening to this, and I appreciate any comments. All right, thank you.